In The Godfather, after an unexpected turn of events, Sonny Corleone found himself the acting Don in the most powerful mafia family. Sonny had been an underboss for a few years before he was thrusted into the most important position and the most precarious spot the family had faced. But what led to Sonny becoming underboss and eventually the acting boss before his assassination? Many don't know Sonny Corleone's rise to power and assumed he was handed much of what he had. But this wasn't the case. Sonny was actually an integral piece to the Corleones becoming the top family in New York. He possessed a strategic Napoleon-like skill set for street warfare, and his ascent to the top will surprise you. Let's dive into the rise and untold stories of Sonny Corleone. Even at a young age, Santino was drawn to the world of crime. At the young age of 16, he had grown to 6 feet with broad shoulders, making him an intimidating figure for his age. Where Fredo was quiet and reserved, Sonny was the opposite, having a quick temper and was always in fights. School didn't interest the teenager either as he performed poorly. One day, Clemenza came to Vito to deliver the news that his son took part in a robbery where he was the ringleader while the other 2 boys followed his lead. Luckily for the crew, this didn't end badly and no one was in trouble. This was one of the few times Vito lost his temper, cursing and raging at his son for foolish acts. Enraged, the Don asked him, "What did you earn for that night's work? $50 each? $20? You risked your life for $20, eh?" Sonny said defiantly, "I saw you kill Fanucci." This is the moment Vito sank back into his chair, knowing his words were now hypocritical to Santino. What had happened was Sonny's mother allowed him to go up the house. Sonny saw Vito go up on the roof and followed him, seeing everything he did. He watched him throw away the gun and the wallet after he took care of Fanucci. After hearing this, Don Vito made one last attempt to deter his son from the life. He asked him if he wanted to finish school and become a lawyer, saying that lawyers can steal more money with a briefcase than 1,000 men with guns and masks. But, to no avail, Sonny insisted on joining the family business. Vito, all out of options, obliged, telling Sonny to come the following day at 9 o'clock. Following this tense conversation between father and son, Genco stepped in and showed Sonny the ropes of the business. He mainly used the boy as a bodyguard for the Don to help Sonny become adept and also learn the subtleties of being a Don. Vito tried to control the famous temper Sonny had, teaching him how to conduct business. Peter Clemenza helped teach the youngster how to shoot and to wield a garrote. Unfortunately, Sonny didn't like the latter, as he was too Americanized for the Sicilian rope. He preferred the direct, impersonal Anglo-Saxon gun, which saddened Clemenza. Over the next 2 years, he helped his father with little tasks, like driving his car and other menial things. Sonny was like the normal son entering his father's business, not too bright, not too eager, but content in holding down a soft job. And after being in the business long enough, a window of opportunity opened for Santino. During the pacification of New York in 1935, Vito was blindsided by a group of Irish hoodlums he had hoped to exterminate. The Don was pierced by one of the Irish gunman's bullets, striking him in the chest. This event would put the Don out of commission for a while, and this is where Sonny would prove his worth. With the Don out, Sonny took command of his own regime, becoming a Capo regime within the family. The up-and-coming Santino showed a genius for street warfare, similar to young Napoleon. The only fault Vito had as a Don Santino filled, showing a merciless ruthlessness side to the Corleones. From 1935 to 1937, Sonny garnered a reputation for being one of the most cunning, relentless executioners the underworld had ever seen. Only one man cleared Sonny, which was, of course, Luca Brasi. And by the time 1937 came around, the peace and harmony was restored, with minor incidents occurring, and the biggest winner being Sonny Corleone. Another moment when Sonny showed his brilliance was in 1939. After Don Vito decided to move to Long Beach in hopes for his children to go to better schools and mix with better companions. But a week after it was occupied by the family, 3 workmen came in, claiming to be furnace inspectors. These con men proceeded to take apart their furnace and tried to force Vito to pay. Don Vito was amused by what he heard, and unfortunately for the con men, they had no idea who they were dealing with. Vito told the men he was going to get some money, then went out to the garden to tell Sonny to take care of the issue. At this point, the Don was strongly considering making Sonny the underboss of the family, which would make him the second most powerful person within the family. The Don was looking to test Sonny to see if he would show what's necessary to be underboss worthy. Sonny's instant solution did not altogether please his father. His method was too direct and lacked Sicilian subtleness. Once Sonny heard the leader's demand, he had the men held at gunpoint. Santino had the men rigorously bastinadoed by his bodyguards, a form of torture that involves caning the soles of someone's feet. After this was done, the men were forced to put the furnace back together and clean up the mess they made in the basement. After Sonny searched one of the men and learned who they were employed by, he had the 3 men kicked to their truck and instructed them to never come to Long Beach again. The con men understood the message. Once they were gone, Sonny paid a personal call to the owner of the home improvement firm the men were from and warned the man to never send anyone into the Long Beach area again. The young Sonny passed his father's test, and although Vito didn't approve of his quick temper, he planned for Sonny to take over the family business in due time. Shortly after this incident, Sonny became the underboss to his father, primed to become the Don one day. And that one day came, but not the way Sonny anticipated it. In 1945, when Vito was getting fruit from the local market, he was gunned down by 2 hitmen. Though he survived, the Don was hospitalized and couldn't run his empire in this time of turmoil. What he thought was a cordial understanding between him and Virgil Sollozzo actually wasn't, and this thrusted Santino into the spotlight. The underboss now had to step up as the acting Don for the wounded Vito. The film portrays Sonny as a hothead that was uncontrollable, and how that may be true near the end of his reign. The stories before that point to him being the opposite. He had a Napoleon-like mind for street warfare and rose to accumulate a well-known reputation in the underworld. In a few unadded scenes within the movie, we get a deeper glimpse into this version of Sonny. After Sonny retrieves the news his father was shot, it appeared he was going to spiral into one of his outbursts, but remained calm and relayed the news to his mother. After this, Sonny enters the Don's office and calls Tessio, telling him to bring 50 good men. Sonny phoned Tessio's men instead of Clemenza's because he knew someone with the family betrayed them, and Tessio's and his regime was much more distant to the Corleones than Clemenza's men. Many mafiosos didn't even know Tessio was part of the Corleone family, which means the traitor must have come from Clemenza's men. Sonny's shrewdness was correct, as the traitor was Paulie Gatto, one of Clemenza's soldiers. But as time went on, Sonny's rage and impulsive behavior ended up getting the better of him. His one fatal flaw cost him his life, and his impulsivity almost caused his father's death as well. Thank you for watching. What did you think of Sonny Corleone in The Godfather? Did you know about these hidden facts about him? If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.